At the core of life is the instinct to survive. In nature, this means living without security, finding food, facing danger, moving with change. It is precarious, but real. For us, survival became something else. We no longer cling to life directly. We cling to memories, to the image of ourselves, to the promise of permanence. Any loss or threat of loss is defended as though death itself were near. Not true threats, not an animal attack or a vehicle about to hit us. In those moments, the body acts instantly and naturally. That is survival. Here we're speaking of psychological threats. An insult, a rejection, the loss of status, the collapse of belief. These are not life and death, yet they are felt with the same urgency. The self reacts as though existence itself were in danger. That confusion between real and imagined threat is enough to divide families, destroy relationships, start wars. Nations, like individuals, defend their images as though they were life itself. When someone asks, why did humanity choose this path thousands of years ago? My answer is, for the same reason we do today, because we can. Any insecurity, any discomfort, any fear can almost immediately be made to disappear. Memory of insecurity transforms into hope, into the pleasure of a secure tomorrow, and in that moment it feels solved, but the consequences are never included. Hope is not strength, it is delusion. We suffer not because things end, but because we believe they wouldn't. The collapse of hope is what we call disillusion. Look around. Pride in youth turns to shame in age. The job that promised stability dissolves into uncertainty. The nation once worshipped with pride becomes the object of disgrace. Pride and shame are not opposites. They are one movement, the fragile defense of identity. And so we live a life imagined. The self clings to memory as though life depends on it, but it is only the life of the self that is at stake. We insist on security in a world of change, and that insistence fractures both the individual and the world. Survival in nature means living without security, but survival in thought demands permanence. And because permanence does not exist, instability is inevitable. The tragedy is clear. We preserve illusion no matter the cost. We defend memory, belief, identity as though they were life itself. And in doing so, we destroy both ourselves and the earth that sustains us. This is the truth of a life imagined. Without awareness as ground, everything collapses back into illusion. And where there is illusion, there can be no security, only fear disguised as hope.